Hey everybody, welcome to my first match of the No Terminal Mix tournament. This is yet another mix tournament with a selection of cards and card-shaped objects prepared by Donald X. This time with the theme of no terminal actions whatsoever. And it means what it says on the box, despite many messages in the Discord to suggest that people can't wrap their heads around the idea. So 3-4 looks pretty bad here. Or not 3-4, sorry, 5-5-2. Thing I have. I mean, you're probably... This is kind of tough, actually. Not gonna lie. I'm trying to see the path here. Destrier Anagram Market is kind of nice. If you have charms. Obviously, Lookout is really important. You should be able to do quite a big bank thing. The only with pools and Destriers for draw and then some Grand Markets for buy. The only issue here is, of course, but the issue here is there's no alt VP. So if you fall a little bit behind here, it's not trivial to catch up. Though getting duchies is totally doable. The opening's tough for me because I'm not really sure what to buy. Maybe I will try the charm. I mean, I think just double Lookout is reasonable, or like Lookout Potion. I don't know, 5-2 sucks. Yeah, I think double Lookout is totally reasonable. There's some hands I can draw that would make me want to go ahead and take Potion now. I guess I go ahead and do it. There's some nice... I'll take the horse. For sure. You don't have to do pool. Also, I guess to be fair, you can probably draw up with Caravans, Experiments, and Destriers as well. Yeah, I gotta think about the pool choice because that's actually not super clear. Though certainly the pools can draw. May just be faster. I mean, you get to a point where the pools are super labs, of course. At the start here, there's a real tempo hit. Okay, this is a great hand for the charm. Apparently I've decided to do double Lookout as well. I'm just getting in a shuffle later. Didn't. Oh, this is not a good draw, particularly. I mean, I could bargain, I guess, but I don't think I will. Silver Experiment's not unreasonable, I think, for them. with this hand, you can also take a 5. I could take the pool now, or the potion now. It's a little more appealing. I think before the shuffle, it was just not. This is really not a good hand for me. I mean, given that I have like 3 horse things in here, and then the lookouts, but yeah, I think this is reasonable for them. This is either gonna be a potion, bargain, or caravan, I guess. I mean, it could just be experiment. Caravan, of course, is a little slow, but more permanent than the. Okay, this is at least should be a good sequence. Unless I have lookout, experiment, horse on top. We didn't hit any of these states, which is really sad. There's not really. It's not really anything I can do about it. If we'd found the charm, I think we'd be back in it, but we're still a little bit behind. If we had been able to find the charm and done silver experiment here. I'm trying to think, I gotta get to $6 somehow. I'm gonna need but it's probably better to just take experiments here and try and get up to the charms and trash more. No estate trashes is rough. Because then you get to a point where you don't have them at all. Hopefully it doesn't have the charm, but very well could. If they have the charm, I would go Destrier Grand Market. Just buy another charm. This was a great lookout reveal. To be sure. Now we're on a draw. We could go experiment Destrier to try and do this again, though it doesn't get us any closer to hitting Destrier Grand Market. The other option is probably Treasury Charm, though I guess you could think about well, not Crypt at this point. We need to have actual draw. Destrier Experiment gives us better odds of trashing a little bit more. But there's definitely some economy issues with that. How many coppers have they trashed? Quite a few. But anyway, having $6 in the deck is nice. I mean, we're not going to be able to draw it for a little bit. But we'll try to buy experiments here. Oh my gosh. I mean, this isn't like, I guess, the worst thing in the world. It could be worse. It's pretty bad though. It's like drawing the charm now doesn't do anything. Oh, there's another. I forgot I had another charm. Yeah. So this is either. I think we would take a silver. There are some problems here with the deck composition. Namely that I have 5 coppers in it. So they have quite a few fewer coppers. I don't know how this works actually. I guess I won't be able to get the gesture will cost different. And do I have enough? I may just prefer to have the gesture, to be honest. I don't think it works. Guess for 1. For 2, I would just kind of rather have the gesture, I think. This looks good for me. I mean, this is a really good opening hand for me. And a great reveal. So we didn't find one of the gestures, but still pretty good. There's another gesture down there, so that's not too bad. 8 won't do anything nice. So I think we'll just do this. We'll find out exactly how it works, and then we'll get a 5. So now the question is, do we go for the crypt yet? It could just be more charms. I trashed another copper. There are 5 coppers left, I think I have 4 of them. Well, how many did I play when I did my... Oh, I had 5. Yeah, I have 4 of them now. So, I'm not sure. I'm not gonna... If I get another charm, there's really no guarantee I can draw it. So that's not that appealing. Yet, anyway. Definitely getting to that spot where a pool in the deck would be good. Okay, they trashed their last copper. It would be nice if they'd hit a sad lookout, but I have a caravan. I do have a caravan down. That's nice. I would have considered seriously trashing this lookout over a copper, right? When you just have 2 lookouts and copper left, it's got to be better to have the copper than the lookout, right? Like almost certainly. I mean, not like strictly better, but very close. Oh no. This is scary, right? This is really not a very good draw for me. I think I just can't do it. Is my conclusion. It's just too risky. Now this turn I can do the Destry Grand Market Destry Charm, or Destry Grand Market Charm. Bank would be nice. Do they know the lookouts down there? Otherwise, this is just a scary lookout play. I don't really want to trash silver that much. Maybe they kind of do, but that was a very weird looking play to me. Like, I don't get that at all. All that did was cost them money. But maybe they wanted to thin a little bit. Gonna be close to pile outs here pretty soon. Like, the experiments can run pretty quick. But for now, it's not a huge deal. I'm probably gonna end up playing one of the experiments. Okay, so now there's what's left. There's 2 coppers and a state left. We can play it later when we have a little bit. I don't understand what they had left. Maybe there was another lookout bottom decked. That's possible. Do I care about this estate? Probably that's not the margin. Should be able to empty the destriers now. Give me a big split there, 7-3. And I probably need a bank. That's $13. Trying to think, do I get if I do gains, I would like the destrier, the additional destriers to be 1 or 3, I guess. That probably means buying an experiment. To go 1, gain, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I have the buys for that? I will, right? So this means passing up on a charm, I guess, but getting the bank seems good. This won't do a pile out yet. I think this works. If it doesn't exactly work, it gets pretty close. Maybe we have to buy a copper. We do have a caravan coming down. Okay, so we don't get to empty. And this could go bad for sure. I'm probably going to hit the experiment. Oh, this was a really awful draw for them. I mean, they don't have a draw, but still very unlucky. I'm going to be able to take, well, didn't really add buys to and pile out, probably not, but they lower possibly grand markets and experiments. Well, probably not grand markets. That's going to be pretty tough. Lowers the charms. Okay. There are 2 coppers. So this isn't probably the time to play it. Maybe when we get to 1 cantrip left, we'll just keep them, I guess. Right, I played 4 coppers, I bought 1 5, so we're just gonna have them all. This was, of course, dumb. I mean, playing the treasury was fine. Playing this destrier was dumb. I don't think that I can green a little bit, so I don't think piles are really a big deal. I maybe should have got another bank, but I can still... I could get a silver. Does that get me to... I added $2. What was I at? 7, 9, 18. Something like that. Well, more than that, right? Because of this stuff. It was more than 18. I mean, triple province is still in the works. Quad is probably not, but triple should be fine. I could add a copper, but I don't think that's worth it. As long as we don't dud, I think we're okay. They do have the charm, so they have some Dutchy angles, but... or at least a little bit better Dutchy angles. Oh, they still have the estate they could trash. That was it. Okay. I did forget about that for the lookout question. Mm-hmm. They just got a double. Yeah. Now they have good odds of just dudding. I don't know if they think I can quad. I can't quad. Are they resigning? I mean... I don't think I can quad. Maybe I miscounted the money and I could have. Right. I drew beyond my opening. My draws are all pretty much fine. I complained a little bit, but I mean, there were a couple of draws that could have been nicer, but definitely they were fine. It was a neat board. I agree. I like Charm a lot. Charm's a lot of fun. Alright, so we got the goat and the pasture, so you have to decide. You have to, I guess, stake your claim on that. Can be a points issue. I want VP again. I'm gonna kill the estates and just do everything else that's here. We can go back for them later. I won't kill the pasture, but here I'll certainly trash. I'll probably go bounty hunter pixie. Could be experiment. You're trying to get destriers so that you can populate. I guess destriers, charms, relics, that kind of stuff. storytellers. You're pretty willing to populate here just because you can either research the junk dealers or bounty hunter things. The question really is whether you do Pixie or Experiment. I guess Pixie? Not totally clear to me. Mackattack keeps the estates, so they're all about that shepherd life. For now, anyway. I'm not about it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to the audience. It's a silver or an Experiment. There's definitely something to be said for the experiments. This will probably just go ahead and be a Destrier, though Charm has some appeal. I would love to get Mountain's Gift, actually. I would have been thrilled to get a Mountain's Gift, but wasn't to be. Maybe they had to trash Copper with their goat. I don't know what their hand was. Well, no, that's not really possible. But demand is probably okay. I had to figure out here if I want the Charm or the Destrier. Probably a Charm. There are some nice when they bought a Charm out like that. There are some nice Charm combos here. Gold Destrier, Relic Storyteller is really nice. What does this get me? Does it get me anything? I mean, I'll blow it up if I get something out of it. I mean, it lets me do Gold Destrier and a trash. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, there are a lot of buys, different buys. I'm super unworried about the pasture points. This will probably be a second Charm for me. Well, I don't know yet. That's hard to say, actually. But funny thing about the populate here is it doesn't do any payload, really. You get a tiny amount of payload, but you get a really tiny amount of payload. I guess I could have populated. I actually don't think I want to do that. I actually don't think I want to do that here. Though it's not like reasonably crazy or anything. This could be the charm storyteller, or it could just be Destrier Gold again. The second charm is nice. If we can get to $6, I don't know that we'll be able to actually with the bounty hunter's not active. Well, the bounty hunter can activate, right? Yeah. I mean, there's lots of ways to make the bounty hunter activate. It's more of a question of they have a lot of. This is a pretty sad turn. You can put the pasture. The pasture just will be stuck there. What do we have left? There's a goat. And another charm and a gold. Goat charm gold. I mean, I could toss the goat. I want to have 6. With if I do pasture now and then I blow the storyteller, I still can't trash. I mean, I can still do the pasture, I guess. It's just whether I want a pasture in deck if I'm going to populate. The only payload you really get from populate is bounty hunter and pixie. They're kind of weird payload here. But so it's not like just doing the fastest populate does that much for you. Even though it's pretty nice to have that stuff in deck. I have to make sure. It would have been nicer to find the Destriers. I can still hit a pasture. I have relic and 2 charms, so that's already 6. And then a pasture. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can do the kill a copper. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can kill a copper. Did they not buy a destrier? They didn't buy a free destrier. It looks like. I can't populate forever because then we'll run piles. But I can probably populate and province this turn. No problem. Sicko, you're unmuted. I don't know if you're on your mic. Thanks. I didn't hear anything. I don't have headphones in, but just in case. They really need a charm. They really need a second charm. Like the populates, I don't know, it just doesn't increase payload for them. And it's fine to have these cards, but hopefully they take the free destrier. Well, you may prefer a pixie to a destrier, to be perfectly fair. Do I have enough draw to use these? For one of them anyway? I mean, I have the, if I get to a storyteller, it should work. I should have played the experiment first. Well, okay, there's some upsides either way. So it's not 100% clear. I'm not really sure what they're referring to. They just don't have the gains. They don't threaten 3 piles yet. I would kind of like the golds, but I guess I'm gonna keep because I'm not really sure I can do the draw the way I would really want to. I didn't really know what the last cards were. I didn't stop to think about it, I suppose, is a better way of putting it. Yeah, we probably just don't want researches in deck, to be honest. They don't look that appealing. There's something to do the experiment. What do we have? 1, 2, 3, 8, 11, $17 if we max money. So that's not actually great. as far as that all goes. Not exactly what we want anyway. There's another 3 pile yet. We could get another charm. Yeah, it's not totally ideal. We could toss one of these from exile, I guess. Probably doesn't make sense to, though. Not this turn, anyway. Well, maybe never. Still no 3 pile. I mean, I guess there's some weird pixie sequences that could do it. Did he get stuck or does he have a storyteller? I got stuck. I would be very happy to get, I mean, I don't think we shuffle the boons, but I would be very happy to get Mountain if we reshuffle the boons. I probably could have used Sky, but I wasn't real sure on what the draw was. I'm going to play. I so far for this week have 7 matches scheduled. I'm going to play just a crap ton of Dominion this week. Because I'm in like 30 tournaments. I don't know what they're asking. What did you think it did? I don't need that now. I shouldn't need it now anyway. This I will take. I could, and there's a few things I could do with this. I could either get pixies. I could get estates. But it looks pretty good regardless. I think. Could be wrong. Though it may cost me a little bit of draw to get around to everything. This is admittedly a bit of a strange play. Or whatever, I can do it later if I need to. We do top deck a little bit of stuff, which is probably not great. So the options here to go like heavy charm duchy stuff or just take some provinces. We have 3. Oh, we have still have a gold down there. Maybe we drop the gold in the pasture. Let's say there's something to be said for just double provincing. Not a very good opening hand, though. I didn't really have to province. Could have built more. The idea is that we can handle the green between the shepherds and the bounty hunters, but we'll find out if that's true. This hand, obviously not a good hand, though probably still decent odds of at least provincing or just drawing on, to be honest. Still, we're gonna see at least 3 cards. So there's the estate gains from the Urskif were probably pretty bad. Anyway, there's a ton of destriers and experiments and storyteller, whatever. So there are a lot of outs just to find in 3 cards. And there's also a good number of stop cards. I won't be terribly surprised either way it goes. And they still don't have a particularly large amount of money. But they may have enough here with the bounty hunters. I don't know how many of these things they can activate. Yeah. They may have enough for double. They're killing shit. That's kind of sad. And they don't have enough for double, I don't think. This is one of those where if I, even dudding this hand, the next one, we'll just wait on the pixie, I guess, a little bit. I guess most of the pixie stuff now isn't real important for order. I don't really want wisps, actually. Let's pop a little storyteller. We probably don't need the storytellers to play treasures at this point to draw. Do we need to use an experiment? I guess is a question. I'm going to try not, though it may cost us a little bit. No, it doesn't look like it will. Whatever, this doesn't matter that much. Doesn't really matter at all. I'm gonna buy an experiment. What do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Can I win? I can't win. I don't have. No. Anyway, where was that? 10, 16, 18. Or 21. I mean, I don't know. Let's just PM. Okay. I'm noticing with these games that I never have dead actions in my hand. Pretty weird. Pretty spooky. Something crazy's going on. Oh, a lurker. Got lurker pool. Now a 5-2 here would be very good. Because you could, if you had it in the right order, if you had the 2-5, you could do triple lurker, and I think it would actually be somewhat reasonable. There's no payload to speak of here. Like for scoring. You just can, I guess you can tower stuff. You score with you can score with tower, of course. But I don't know. It's very odd. It's like forums are good, treasuries are good. I mean, whatever action is okay here. I don't even know. I mean, it's not unreasonable to have a potion to just actually buy them. To be honest. I may open a monastery. I'm trying to think how big a deal it is to get the lurkers right off the bat. Very possible that it's quite important. Thinking potion lurker or potion monastery, depending on what Mackattack does. I think you at least want to have, I don't know, put a little fear of the lurker in them, if they get one anyway. I'm not super convinced by my opening. I really hate double monastery, but can sort of see it, I guess. Mostly I hate it. I wonder about the estate versus copper trashing though a little bit. I mean, I can kind of see the idea behind it all. We'll see if they draw their lurkers together or not. They have to live in fear. That was not it. Getting to 5 would have been okay. My monastery bottom decked. I can't really play my lurker. Did they not have their monastery? Must not have. The only thing my lurkers are doing right now is like making it so that Mackattack can be somewhat afraid of playing a single lurker. So that if Mackattack has odd number of lurkers, then they might hesitate to play it. Like here, they're giving me an archive, which is awesome. I don't know if estate copper switch is totally worth it. It's not clear to me. This also makes my monastery much better, so that was like a super good turn for me. I'll just buy a lurker here again. I would be happy to get some ball stuff, but we did bottom deck our pools, which was unfortunate. Okay, so do I care about getting the last lurker? I don't know where that puts us on the points. It may be a 6-4. Okay. So be it. Not the best draw for us. Trying to think. How many coppers have I trashed? Do I kill the estates. I mean, the points may matter, though there may also be like ball considerations to make, as you can ball for changelings. Can be interesting. I guess we'll do it. Oh, good. They didn't get anywhere. Very nice. And they also aren't trashing a huge amount. Let's put the lurker into hand. That did not work. That did not work. That did not work at all. Oh well. Maybe this time it will. So right now the pool split is whatever in my favor. They should buy a changeling or a silver, I guess. This is so funny. I can empty the pools. Assuming I draw, which is pretty likely. So their advantage is going to be I don't really know. Sometimes you leave the non-drawing ones, but I'm not sure that I do that here. My advantage is going to be draw, but once they're sufficiently trashed, then they're still going to play all their lurkers, which means they're going to probably get out ahead of me. Now there's a scrying pool on top, right? I can just erase the archives. I think I have $5, so I don't want to trash. We can either We can either race treasuries or archives. How does the archive situation work out exactly? We can kill the potion. So maybe we do the treasuries though. They're kind of, well, they're not quite the same because if I can get 4, problem is I can't buy the archive, right? If I lower these by 2, they go to 7. They have a changeling. They can empty and buy one. But does that win? For them, probably not. Oh, I have 7. Okay. So we lower the treasuries by 2 and then ball for 2 changelings. And trash the potion. Then the next turn, there would be 7 treasuries left. They could lurker them. They could changeling for 1, and they could buy a duchy. Not actually sure they have enough money for that, but they could maybe buy an estate. The treasury split would be even, so that way they would have to be able to afford a duchy. 3, 4, 5. We've bought 2 coppers, I think. So 16. I think they just have 1. Well, they definitely have. Well, they just trashed the coppers. Okay, so probably they just have 1 copper. I don't think they can get to 5, so I don't think they can buy a duchy. So I think they could empty treasuries and buy an estate, but I don't think it wins. And then on my turn, if these are at 7, I can lower them the rest of the way. One way or the other. If I draw. No. I don't think there's a way to get the... I also don't think there's any reason to put the treasuries on top, right? That's probably bad. I need to have $6 in deck still. Because I have to be able to buy the last treasury. If they don't lower them at all, I can do 3. I can changeling for 2. But I need to have this. 2 pools is about as much as I can hope for. This could still definitely dud. This is okay. Workers on top are alright-ish. This is, I believe I counted the money stuff correctly, but I could be wrong. I mean, I believe I counted the tower and all that stuff, that they don't have a win, but I could be mistaken. My issue, of course, is just whether I draw. I mean, if they lower the treasuries, then I didn't actually need to keep that money, but I felt like it was better to play it that way. I don't know what happened with the first lurker. Can you play a lurker and do nothing? Can you fail? Confused. They have 5 treasuries now. So whether I draw or not. Basically. Or 4 treasuries. I have 2. I got 4. I think it was always just on whether I drew. What did they leave on top for me? Changeling. Up to 6. I think Duchy will make it up. They would score 2 points, or even a state, actually. We draw. Actually, now we don't have to draw. We just need to get to... Well, we sort of have to draw. Now we don't need to have to draw. It's just in hand now. Right? Estate is enough. We have enough to do the treasuries. That'll give them 6 points, me 4 points, and then I just buy an estate. I'm not really sure why I'm playing on, because I'm like totally sure that that's true, or that what I've described works. I didn't think there was any way for me to, like, I don't know, additionally empty the changelings or something. The M in the scoreboard is for Mick. YouTube. All right, one more game. One had horse, sway the horse. I guess this is a bank board. Spices and stuff. So you go silver T-Mog or well T-Mog. You just want honey. I mean, you just want the lab things. Is there any way the horse tricks? Not really. Other than just, I don't know. You might weigh the horse your goat herd if you have a goat herd later on. Yeah, I mean, you just want hunting parties, caravans. I mean, it's just a mix of stuff and then payload and like spices and bank. Pixie in the middle of the screen. Those darn pixies. They just get everywhere. Yeah, I mean, you could even play the capital. This is if you have banks, but whether you would ever take a capital over spices is a little bit of a harder sell. Didn't find my T-Mog turn 3, but that's okay. Hopefully we find the well. I think I will take a goat herd. Go third, as they say. They don't say that. I get a known wish. If I can really think it through, it'll be a copper or a T-Mog. Nobody is really helping each other's. Even in commerce is not unreasonable. Depending. Do I want a second T-Mog? Or do I want just the caravan already? I don't know. Beats me. This could be silver. This could be. We probably want a silver, so let's go ahead and get it. Let's try. We may have an estate top deck, but I think it was worth. Trying. It didn't work out, but I think it was a reasonable. I think not playing the goat herd would have been wrong. Oh no, I drew them 2 cards for the goat herd. And this will be clean enough to probably hit 5. Okay, what should we wish for? There's a lot of coppers. Goat herd is perhaps the most useful, but let's get a spices. This will just be a patrician. This is trashing isn't like 100% clear actually. So probably. You just do it this way. And wait till you find the other estate. I think the buy order here will probably be next 2 cards, probably Hunting Party and Bank, if we can manage it. Which is an if. Well, with the coffers, we should be able to manage it. They trashed 3. If we had an estate, or if we had a goat herd, we'd be in business. Or not. Well, maybe we are. Maybe the top card's a goat herd. If we run the goat herd off top, and we could do silver in a goat herd, but I don't really think that's worth it. It would be kind of wild if we found goat herd off top. Okay, we didn't. We could take the bank now. We take the hunting party now. Just try and draw 5 the old-fashioned way. Or 7, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what the last cards are. Well, did we play Wishing Well yet? No, so it's a Wishing Well. Okay. Good enough for me. We can get the silver. And we can, well, we didn't need it either way, really. So we get 6, 8, 10, 12, possibly. But realistically, we probably do want to go ahead and trash the, even though it does draw them some. We don't have to, but I just don't think we want the coffer or the coppers that much. For sure, though, they have at least one goat herd in here, I think. Well, I guess not 100% sure, but it's very likely. I feel like I'm, the half turn ahead from first player. I think I can probably... I should be able to pilot this to a victory. So we need to go we need a second spices. It could be a capital if we think the unique is somehow valuable. But we need a spices, and then depending on the money, either just spices hunting party or spices bank. Because the next turn we want to be able to afford at least 3 5s and probably 1 7. We do want to be up to like $17. They're very thin. They're just gonna have a hard time. If I draw, they're gonna have a hard time catching payload. Like a really hard time. But there's still plenty of time for me to fail to draw for the moment. Where are we at? We only need 12 or 10, I guess. Right now we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 11. We would be at 9 if we don't draw. Well, we have to find some money, right? We're going to have 10 at least. That's guaranteed, so we can trash. Okay, so we did hit 13 even. Maybe I maybe just counted that incorrectly. Also. Oh, the goat herd drew 2 cards, never mind. Okay. So we could either go Spices Bank. I mean, the Spices is already going to get us there, right? We don't have to do the bank if we want to. That's already sufficient money. The hunting party is a little safer. There's something to be said for getting like a capital. I don't know if we ever commerce. I think you're just getting spices instead. Or the bank's more money than the commerce. The spices gives you the gains, and the hunting party is the draw. So I kind of have a hard time seeing a need to buy something that's not those cards. Capital could be a swap for spices at some point. That's not unreasonable. I have to think here if I want to go ahead and punch up the goat herd to a caravan, or if I want to keep trashing coppers. And I probably want to keep it this turn. Like, they need to get a bank, but again, it's like the payload is, when they play their bank, my bank is going to be worth like 7. Their banks are worth like 4 or 5 maybe. So they're just there's not some payload here that's letting them take advantage of this really thin compact deck. You know, there's no gainers, mid-turn gainers, or anything like that, which would normally make this, which would be the aspect that could make their deck like much better than mine. But the way this board works is just not doing it. Here I could do the wishing well to a caravan, which is pretty reasonable. The wishing well, okay, so the wishing wells have basically one redeeming quality, which is like if I have a bunch of spices or banks and they're what's in the discard, I can probably wish okay. But I do like getting another caravan, to be honest, so let's try that. So like this is kind of a nice thing. To have happen. We may misdraw on a turn. We were overdrawing a little bit there depending on some factors, but the goat card didn't do anything. And we added 1 draw, trashed a card, and added 2 stop cards, so we should be pretty much the same. Well, team on called, so yeah, I guess we probably need a wish, successful wish to draw deck. I'm not totally sure if that's true. Did Patrician hit? Patrician didn't hit. So one of those two things, maybe. There's also some possibility of the HP just not drawing a card, depending on the timing. I'm just gonna keep building this turn until I can empty the provinces, pretty much. Or there's 3 pile threat. I guess we probably need to try for a copper. That was actually quite sad to lose the very nice patrician. Yeah, so like now it's kind of hard to find the... Did they trash? No, but that's okay. To get the other spices. Okay, we did get it. So I was lucky. I guess we could have horsed one of these 2 cards. Let's see what we got. I mean, we only need 22 really for the buys, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. That's plenty. Well, but if I trash one, I trash like a 1, 2, 3, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 30. So it's exact if I trash one. If I can count. This deck doesn't exactly draw correctly. In all honesty, it sort of draws not well in some senses because of the because I can't play my payload out of hand. But it should be fine. Now we're up to 5 buys. I mean, we're gonna have $40, I think, if we draw deck. We could go 5 provinces. And then, you know, next turn, weigh the horse to finish it. If we draw, I may just blow up and do 5 provinces. Because between the T-Mog and the things played as way of the horse, the finish should be relatively straightforward. I'm not sure we have exactly 40. We had a bank that's going to be worth 8 or 9, and then a capital that's worth like 6. And then the 3. So we should be pretty close to it. Depends, of course, on some draw stuff. The goat herd, did they trash? Blah, 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 blah. They didn't trash. We may end up goat herding this time. We still have a spices in hand, so we can play for a spices. Now we can play, there's hunting parties and then there's banks that we can still, there's a caravan we can still draw. Okay, so we just have 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 16. 24, 33, 43. Okay. I think we go ahead and take the 5 this time. And then next time we should be able to finish it. Using some combination of Way of the Horse and T-Mog. Hey, if you want to play in Quarantine Cup later today, come play. It's at 19 UTC, which is an hour and 10 minutes. I wonder if they're just gonna... What did they T-Mog for? Capital. So they got a gain out of it. It's just not winning. Yeah, I mean, it's fine to, of course, to want to see if I draw. GG's. I can report. Good. All right, thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. Like I said, I'm going to play just an unhealthy amount of Dominion this week. So if you like me playing Dominion, there will be a lot of it. See y'all later.